104.7.
All right, let's fly through the rest of these phone calls, and then we will move on with our lives. Let's see here. There's something I was going to tell you. It seemed important. It was like kind of, that Rick, what's his name? Rick James. Oh, I know why women are going to kill themselves tonight.
Oh, good, yeah.
Why? It's that damn football crap kickoff.
Nobody's going to be killing themselves in my house except just because they live with me, but not over a sporting event.
I know. You tell us every year, but, the difference is there's a lot of these freaks like that over there.
No guy again. Ooh, there's a normal guy like Jack that's just kind of indifferent.
Yeah, but that guy is like, there's a lot of those.
Jack's
Oh, yeah.
not normal.
And some of us have dated them and lived with them and been married to them, and some of us have to ugh.
Jack's normal compared to you and I. He's just depressed and stuff.
Jack's not normal.
And has
I'll tell you why this upsets me. The only thing that football upsets me about is now Sundays when we try to go to brunch and have a nice breakfast, there'll be idiots screaming in the bar.
Well, what upsets me is that he lives this crap,
Right.
and so we're going to have to hear about different stuff.
I know. And
Love it.
And it makes him happy, which just makes me
Yeah,
upset.
yeah, because I
You
want
guys, I'm so happy.
I live for his
Suns
happiness.
Coming up this week, I'm ecstatic. And it's just preseason. Only like one quarter of good play, and then Scrubs come on.
And tonight it's some kind of like memories
Scrubs the TV
of,
show?
Yeah.
memories of the Hall of Fame game or something. It's the Broncos and something.
Hall of Fame.
Washington.
Woo! John Elway this
Oh,
weekend.
by
Yeah.
the way, can
Hall
I
of
tell you
Fame.
something? Can I tell you about the Hall of Fame and why I think it's a big bunch of crap how they did it this year? Well, they do it every year like this, but I couldn't help but feel sorry for the other two people and their families that were inducted.
There was 4 of them.
See?
One of them was Barry Sanders.
Nobody even cared.
No, they cared about Barry.
No, they didn't.
Well, what it is the Elway
Hey,
fans showed
guess
up.
what you just mentioned.
Yeah, 2 of them were old
No,
dudes.
no. But you brought up what? You've said Hall of Fame, John Elway. Woo!
You know why? And you know why it seemed like that? The older they are, the longer that it's been since they've played, the less their fan base is still all crazy.
Right.
The Elway fans are
Right.
insane because Elway's great.
I just read
And
that he was
just
inducted,
retired.
and I
Yeah.
knew all about him.
Yeah, first year of eligibility, he got voted in.
Excuse me.
Love
Talking to
him.
somebody that used to live there and breathe it and live it.
So you know what a big deal
But
it is
I
for Elway
also
to be
know
in.
this.
No, but I get his point.
I know this, that they knew he was going to be such a big draw and a big deal, and they should have done him separately, or they should have some kind of. I feel really sorry for the other, 3 guys.
They got their little thing.
See what I mean? They
You're
got a
in,
pat
you're
on the
good.
back.
Okay,
Yay.
It's like ignoring your big moment in some way, but still you're in the, I was going to say the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because that's what I was thinking of. You're still in the Hall of Fame. You made it. You
Yeah,
accomplished something fantastic.
It's like the Academy Awards.
I can't help but think it.
Elway won Best Actor. Those other guys, like a special effects Academy.
Yeah,
but
best
guess-
documentary.
Yeah. No, they're still in the same team. They're all actors. It's like saying, wait. It's like saying that Tom Cruise won as an actor and Nicole Kidman won as an actor, but she got about 2 minutes, and that was all. And Tom got to stand up there for hours and bring up everybody,
You
bring
wanna-
up this
They
person.
got the same
You want to know how
time.
right you are? I can prove how right Jamie is because does everybody get that analogy as perfect? The fact is Nicole Kidman won one and Tom Cruise hasn't. And you still think of him as smoking her ass.
Well, but I mean, I just felt sorry. Why, Jack?
This could actually be better for those guys.
Why?
Because I've seen this Elway thing. I've seen that shot of the 4 of them standing there next to their trophies all over all the regular news, where if it had just been those 3 guys and not Elway,
never heard of
probably
them.
wouldn't have got on KTLA
Jack
this
Hyman,
morning
ladies
or
and
No,
Fox.
you would have with Barry Sanders.
I don't even know who he is, to
He's
tell you the
a
truth.
really big.
I know who he is.
Oh, I don't know him. I know Colonel
Well, that's
Sanders.
because
Me
you're
too.
homosexual.
Wow.
And there are certain things in life that make you a homosexual. And the fact that you don't know football makes you a homosexual.
No,
The
doing it
fact
with
that-
guys makes you homosexual.
The fact that Stench has vanilla cream, French vanilla cream in his coffee, makes him a homosexual. We
Yeah.
discussed it.
I'm going to drink this coffee and go sleep with a guy.
I disagree. I disagree completely.
What do you think makes you a homosexual?
Well, it's like a guy knowing about wine doesn't make him gay.
yeah.
It just makes him not my kind of guy. Him using
I
some
think a
fancy...
lot of people fake knowing about wine anyway. I think that's a bad
Well,
one.
I'm not one of them, so I'm glad I didn't use... I'm not
Yeah.
sucked. But, wanting a good cup of coffee doesn't make him gay.
No,
Not
I didn't
that.
want this.
No, it wasn't a good cup of coffee.
The
It was
creamer.
adding the French vanilla.
I
That's
went
what
in,
I
there was
mean.
no cream, and I had to put in what I call gay guy creams.
He did call it
Well,
that.
I thought I was fighting on your team. You're the one
Oh,
calling
he's the
yourself
that started
gay?
It, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm drinking the French vanilla.
I wouldn't care. He called himself an own homo.
Dude, I'm a frappuccino mocha succa latte mama, whatever that song is. Freak, I love
Suck
that
a
stuff.
latte is the key word. Anyway, let's get these other 2 calls. And Blaine, hi. I like that name. Hi, Blaine. Hi.
Hi.
How you guys
Although
doing?
makes him a little bit of a homo with the name Blaine.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot.
No, I mean, I love the name, but then I was just thinking, gosh, I could never name my son that, though, because then...
Doesn't that make his mom and dad gay then?
No, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be, oh, Blaine. Ooh, Blaine, you know? Anyway.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Blaine. Hi, hi, hi.
No,
hi.
it's not as out there. Remember at a time you could not be named Bruce? You were automatically gay if you were Bruce.
I always think of Bruce Springsteen, like
See,
a guy.
when I was growing up, Bruce was a joke.
Oh. Well, anyway, Blaine, go ahead.
Well, let me just start off by saying my family isn't exactly the cleanest family, so this makes this story even more disturbing.
All right, fair enough.
So, I'm with my girlfriend, and we go over to her best friend's house, and we enter in through the side door, and I don't think much of it. And then we get inside, and in her living room, there's this wall that separates the kitchen from the living room, but there's like an opening you can see into the kitchen, and there's they have a lizard cage sitting right there. I go to look at it, and there's like a area where there's no furniture or anything, so I walk right up to it, and her friend yells at me. She's, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What's wrong?" And she says, "My mom just vacuumed, and you're messing up the lines on where we vacuum the floor. That's why we didn't walk in the front door."
You couldn't walk in the front door because of the vacuum lines?
Yep.
I have a little bit of OCD about the vacuum lines. I kind of understand.
Oh, they
We don't even vacuum in my house, so that was.
Oh my God! But they were trained.
We don't vacuum in my house, but when the few times I have ever vacuumed, I try and make it look as cool as the outfield at Dodger Stadium with all those cool checker pads.
Yeah, but your kids aren't trained not to come in the front door.
No, my kids can roll in mud.
I mean, this chick knew exactly what time is vacuum day and all that. Oh my God, that's tragic.
Uh-huh.
You know she's in therapy now. Thank God you didn't date her any longer.
Yeah, you're all better. Your life has been saved by a
Yay.
vacuum.
Don't you look back and aren't you kind of thankful you found out some weird crap about people? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saved
it
our
makes me feel
lives.
better about myself.
Yeah, but your name is still Blaine.
Right.
Okay, here is Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, how are you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Good. Hey, Danny, I'm sorry to hear about your dad.
Thank you.
No problem. Hey, I just wanted to play the little game going here. I had my next door neighbors that their children were only allowed to watch The Twilight Zone and Sesame Street.
Are you sure you didn't get that wrong?
No, I'm dead serious.
Because it's one of those things like my sister and her husky jeans,
Right.
and me and my 6X slims.
No, I think I'm with her.
I think you probably misunderstood.
No, I'm serious. Walk in the house, they're watching Sesame Street. We go outside and play. Then the parents are like, okay, Twilight Zone's on. Let's go inside and watch. And that was all they were allowed to watch.
I don't buy it. I think that she was probably over there a couple of times, and that's what they watched, and then she
No,
made it
I
up in her little
basically-
6-year-old
Now,
head.
were they
I was there
forced
all
to
the time.
gather around the television set because the Twilight Zone was on?
Yes.
I think she's got. But besides, we can't play if we're going to judge.
Yes, we can. That's our job.
It's neighborhood legend. You remember in your neighborhood
Right.
there was
Oh,
like
yeah.
the family and it was like, oh, they bury bodies in there, and everybody all the kids in the neighborhood believed it.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is a neighborhood legend where all the kids thought that this family was forced to watch Twilight Zone.
The Smiths
So they were
ate their
strange.
dogs.
Right.
They're a very strange family.
7.
I know this is a side note that involves nobody but me, but do you know if at Universal Studios they've added like 8 billion gallons of water to the Jurassic Park ride?
The Jurassic Park ride is in fact different. I don't know why, but it is different.
Well, you know, usually every summer they add like 8 billion gallons
Yeah.
of water, and then you're like, I don't have to wear a poncho. Next thing you know, you're like drenched
Yes.
because that's today's activity for the family.
You want a really cool tip about that ride? I ride it so much.
I'd love.
Wear the poncho backwards. So the hood is in front of you.
So I'm gonna suffocate the kids.
No, you just wear it so it's in front of you. You can let the kids get as wet as they want. But when you go down and you're going down, pull it up and over your face and over your head, and you don't get wet at all, not even
You're
a little bit.
Smart.
I've ridden it 1,000 times.
Jack, did you hear that? That way Danny's makeup won't run.
That's exactly right.
Well, that's good. All right, I'll be doing that today. I'll let you
Yeah,
know
because you
tomorrow.
can wait almost till you hit and still be able to see it and everything.
Right.
And just the last second, pull it up and it goes all the way over the back of your head. You don't have to duck, nothing, and you're dry as a bone.
Aunt Jamie's gonna be the smart one in the bunch. That'll be
Yeah, tell them they're wussies if they wear a poncho at all.
Yeah.
And then you do it and do the backwards
Yeah,
thing.
I did that last time, and then Aunt Jamie got in trouble because it was freezing, and then we went on.
Poncho backwards.
All
You're a
the
genius.
rides and everybody's
you
mad
won't
at
have to
me.
buy those pictures.
And no worries.
Although it's the
I
funny
get
family.
that now. Yeah. What?
Over 100 in the Valley today,
Oh,
so it'll be nice and toasty at Universal.
Thank God I'm wearing mesh.
Thank God. Well, I'll tell you what, it's just been beautiful at the beach. I mean, just not that I'm at the beach, but over there where I have to finally drive to get to the beach because my sister's like, I thought you lived a little closer to the beach. Nope. This is where I live.
Wow. By the way, my wife loves your sister.
Everybody loves
You know,
my sister. My
everybody
sister
loves my
doesn't
wife. That's
have
the
an
thing.
enemy in the world.
How do you get related to your sister and I get married to my wife?
My
It just
sister-
doesn't seem right.
She doesn't have a mean bone in her body. Yeah, she's a doll. She's a total sweetheart.
Aside from it turned out to be too far away and you had other plans. You know, your sister Mary Jo and my wife Gretchen were going to church together.
Yes, I heard. It made me chuckle.
There was a long conversation about the band that plays. We have the best Christian band, and it takes place here. There's like a whole thing going on.
Yeah, they were bonding, weren't they?
You know what frightened me? I thought, oh my God, if this goes to full blown area of badness, Jamie and I are going to spend a whole lot of time together.
I won't let that happen.
That's what I
looked
said.
at my sister and I said, you friends with Gretchen, I'm going to have to disown you as my sister because then that means that Dan and I would have to hang out.
No, because I realized that you and I could say we're going to go, you know what, while you guys are at church, we're going to go do this and wait for you, and then we'll just do other things.
Separately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
All right.
I won't let those Christian bastards bring us closer together and wreck this show.
You know what's funny is that you were also talking to my other friend about coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
And you said,
Coffee carts.
You said, she's going to help me with my coffee thing, blah, blah, blah. She turns around and I go, you do it, I'd kill you.
You know what I told her? I said,
So what if I don't go? Is it still a grab and go?
go
No,
where?
you can't eat it if you don't go. It's grab and go.
There's individual trail mixes now, and I'm a big fan of the trail
Yeah.
mix.
Yes, you are, except for the 3/4 of the ingredients you pick out.
Well, I'm kind of picky about my trail mix.
Yeah, it's called, what is the one thing you eat out of it?
Well, I like the nuts.
Right, so the entire trail that
Well,
you pick out.
Sometimes I get a surprise raisin in there, but I don't really like raisins. And I certainly don't like those little bird turds.
Dates.
Whatever.
I love those. Those are my favorites. Because they're really like dehydrated, so you're really chewy.
That's because you're getting the fruit and nut medley. You need to get the chocolate nut medley. Much better.
Then it doesn't seem like a trail mix, like I'm going to go hiking. But they have the new grab and go packs, but sometimes I just want to sit sedentary and eat.
No, you have to go.
You have to go.
I don't think you have to go anywhere.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No, you have to
of
go.
course you don't have. No, she doesn't. But to follow directions, she has to go.
Well, no, it's like my wife, we saw because they make cereal now and does. Have you seen the grab and
Yeah.
go with the individual? And she wanted to get it. I'm like, you don't even go anywhere with cereal.
Wait,
you eat it at home.
wait.
You can just
You
get
have
the
to eat the
box.
box?
I can beat them. Ready?
All right.
What kind of shoes you guys wearing?
They're all-terrain hiking shoes.
Mine
And
are.
what kind of yours?
Mine are.
Is anybody wearing tennis shoes?
I'm wearing
No,
hooker
no.
shoes, and that's the truth.
Cross
Okay.
trainers is what I
And
wear.
are you cross training?
Yes, right now I'm doing my radio workout.
The answer is no. I kicked your ass. Shut up.
And right now I'm not hooking.
I'm wearing hiking boots and not hiking.
Well, because I don't have flip flops, and I always forget I don't have flip flops when I need flip flops. So I always grab the hooker shoes. And they're like, "Could you stop coming out to the lake in the hooker shoes?" God, you're the only girl that's on a Sea-Doo in hooker shoes. I don't wear them.
bitch.
I don't wear them on the Sea-Doo. I'm kidding. Can you imagine me in hooker shoes on the? But I really do. I always have those. By the way, speaking of which, apparently I'm popular though. Let me tell you why.
Please.
Well, now I just ruined it. Hail.
Well, you're not popular because you don't ruin things, then, are you?
Oh, man. Men agree that the most sexy, most amazing thing that a woman can wear is stiletto heels.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've all agreed on that.
Out of all the sexy things you can wear.
Now, does that mean like while you're having sex?
Well, it says this. It says, no, they just asked wear in general. Like first they asked to wear. Like
Right.
if you saw a sexy woman, what's the sexiest thing that she could have on? You know, push-up bra, tight little mini dress, jeans and t-shirt, whatever. And men, 55,000 guys surveyed. That's a lot of men.
That's a buttload of men.
I'd like to be there for that.
That's 2 Staples Centers full of men, maybe a little more.
Well, if you knew exactly how many of this, they were... Yeah, hell, forget it.
Yeah, you have to
I
get
said
the
Staber.
whole word out if you're going to insult me.
I know, that's what I told my nephew. He tried to slam me. I go, oh, no, it doesn't count.
Yeah, you have to get the whole word out.
You stumbled and fumbled. What?
The issue is, I see someone that wears stripper shoes every single day that couldn't be completely not sexy. They show up here.
Is that me?
No, not you. No, Jack knows what I'm talking
I'm
about.
like,
They
that's-
wear stripper shoes with like the high plastic stiletto heel, the see-through.
Oh, my God.
Sexy stripper girl shoes.
With that-
not even sexy
work?
at all.
Right. It's not just about wearing them, it's about location, too.
Yes.
Oh,
What
okay.
did I want to know?
I know, but then I'm afraid to join in because then we'll point this person out specifically, and that would be mean.
Oh yeah, we're not going to point them out specifically, but
Swear to God.
yes.
In that case, there's nothing that person could do.
I am left out.
Wow.
This is kind of fun. This never happened. Jamie always knows the guy. I was just in there.
Running around going, I know.
I know.
Monica, come here. Will you whisper in my ear? That whore. Thank you. Wow. I've never noticed her footwear.
Well, I think.
Well,
you should,
apparently it's doing something for her. You guys are noticing her footwear.
No, it's
no,
like
I just knew who he was talking about, but not by
out
the
of
footwear.
place. Awkward.
Right. It's like
He made it. He made indications that let me
Clown
know who it
shoes.
was. I never noticed this person's feet ever.
Clown shoes would be out of place, Jack.
Well, but I noticed them. It
Yeah,
doesn't
for
mean
sure.
it's sexy.
Yeah.
Anyway, 55,000 men said that stiletto heels were the most sexually appealing thing that a woman could wear. Number two, hold on. It says,
Garters.
no, because
I'm
it's
guessing.
sexy underwear
Yeah.
and a dress with a long slit up it.
Nice.
Yummy.
Yeah.
And it also said, by the way, the survey also revealed that nearly 10% of the heel lovers like to keep their stilettos on between the sheets, and that overall heel lovers were much more adventurous in their love lives. I wonder if that's true. Probably not.
It is.
You remember seeing the bottom of my shoe? Yeah. And my cooch to boot?
That's right.
That
You
was
had a
very
shot.
adventuresome.
But at least I showed your wife at the same time.
Yeah, no, I don't think you were aware.
Well, that's a bonus round.
That wasn't good. I didn't even know I did it.
We were in a bar slightly inebriated.
Or that's cooch comfort.
Yeah, you're very comfortable with it.
I'm not sure. I was very proud of my shoes. You know what?
Apparently.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter if you saw anything. I was just loving my
Yeah,
shoes.
but if you're going to, and I got to tell you, I know it's stench, and I know you think your relationship as you know what it is.
Total platonic.
Right.
No
Not even.
sexual
You're not-
interest at all.
You're not close enough to
ever,
even be platonic.
She thinks I'm a hog.
ever.
But I got to tell you,
Ever,
if you go to show somebody your $5,000 shoe and they get a shot, the shoe has been outshined.
Oh, no, he paid attention, I think, to the shoe.
No,
What
I
are we still
totally know
talking
it's you.
about?
My cool shoes.
Yeah, the Gucci's. It was
Not
when
the
she got
Gucci's.
remember?
I think that's what we're talking about
What
here.
did you pay more attention to, the coochie or the Gucci?
the Gucci's.
Which
See?
jumped out at you and did you discuss later?
Well,
It doesn't jump at you.
Yeah, well then later on we said
I've heard
you
it jumps.
know, you had some Gucci and the Gucci there.
So later on,
was the deadly
after
combo.
the thrill of the shoe wore off, there was still pointing out that you saw her who's it.
no, right then we said it.
See, it outshined your shoes.
Nah, the Gucci.
I've never had my shoe shined.
You should shine it with that, and it would be a big time saver.
I don't know, really. More of a. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Here is Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
More of a
Jamie and
greasing.
Danny.
Hey, you know what? You took us there. I would not do that. Hi, Jennifer. Go ahead. What can we do for you?
No, I just wanted to make a comment about your weird parents
Yes.
conversation. My mother has always been mildly obsessive compulsive about the way she keeps her house, and now I have the same problem.
Right?
But in
I
middle
find that
school-
some people go the opposite way.
No,
I
I'm
do.
100% there. I took right after her. It was amazing.
I don't do one thing my mother and father did.
What?
I just
Oh,
don't
you
do any
don't?
of their
I thought you
things.
said I do
Uh-uh.
one thing. I'm sorry.
Well,
Anyway,
now, for a while there, my mom and I were drinking together, but she brought that on later in life.
she just
But I
decided
had
to join
this
you.
friend in
Yeah, she
middle
did.
school. I had this friend in middle school, and her mother would become furious if she found any of us over at the friend's house sitting on the friend's bed because the comforter that was on her bed was strictly for show.
Oh, with like the pretty towel girl. But I've never heard of the comforter for show.
No, and my friend had to take off the comforter every night, put on the one she actually could sleep with, and then in the morning make the bed with the show comforter.
Oh, the show comforter as a child.
And it wasn't anything special. It was like your garden variety, like linen
Garden
comforter.
variety?
Well, no, what she's saying is, I know what she's talking about. I'm a girl. Here's what she's talking
Is
about.
that like your bedroom variety plant?
It either had flowers all over it, it was like a light blue with some like darker
it wasn't
blue
an
flowers,
heirloom.
or it had a big circle pattern of flowers in the middle.
What
Which
I'm
one
trying
was
to
it?
say is that it was just really common. I didn't see what was so special
And did
about
she
it.
have a bed ruffles, or what are they called?
Dust ruffles.
The bed
Oh
skirt.
my God, you're gay.
I hide stuff under there. Gretchen has told me on several occasions, stop messing up the dust ruffle because I hide stuff there.
Did it have dust ruffles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's kind of too much pressure as a child to have the show comforter.
There was a lot more than that, but that was one
Was
of the
she
funnier
touched?
things.
That's where you started off with,
Right?
and there's more.
What else was there?
Yeah, who
Well,
starts
when
with the
we
comforter?
slept over,
What
when
are you
we
wearing?
slept over at the friend's house, we weren't allowed to flush any of the toilets after 10 p.m., and we could never stay there the next morning and take a shower.
Now, why would you start with the comforter when you had that kind of oddness to go to?
That's cool.
You may be the worst storyteller ever. Shame, shame, shame.
I love it whenever you pee it.
7.
Man, it is Monday, August 9th.
35 minutes after the hour, 25 till.
It's going to be 8,000 degrees today. And by the way, we're on a power alert.
Yeah.
Do we have like a power alert type thing to warn people like whoop, 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 power alert?
Yes, we do.
Like whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Listen.
Power alert! Turn off your air conditioner, stupid.
Wow, it's power alert with commentary.
I liked it though.
Me too.
At least he was there.
No, he's always there for us.
You
I
were
love
there
him.
for us, man.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, here is the deal. I guess one lady had her liposuction done, and then somehow, some way, she kept all that fat. She stole it or whatever, made art out of it.
That's hard to do. I tried to keep my fat.
Usually they don't let you. It's medical waste.
Right. No, I got a little in Chicago. They let me have this little tiny thing, and I put it in keychains.
Oh, that's neat.
Yep.
Yeah. So she put it all over a piece of art, and it's I don't know. It's kind of weird. I mean, I don't know if I want to buy the big old piece of art with just fat all over it,
No.
kind of dripping and stuff.
Hey!
Paper cuts. Sorry.
To his eyeball.
I didn't mean to. He was in my way. LaToya Jackson.
Yeah, his face was in the way of the back of his head because you couldn't be possibly throwing it anywhere else.
LaToya Jackson has put out her new album, you guys.
I'm in line.
Actually, it's a brand new single called Just Wanna Dance.
Uh-huh.
And she's changed her name to Toy. That's hot. That's cool. That's right.
Another thing for Brother Michael to play with.
Backstreet Boys are getting a reality show, I guess. Great.
Which would be good.
Yeah, maybe so. Who's in that one?
The Backstreet Boys.
Was there one that stands out a little bit?
Actually, I can never tell. Is that Nick Carter? Yeah.
Is that one him? I don't know. I'll put that over there. Also, what's his name? This Don Johnson.
Yeah.
How much does he owe?
$5,400.
$5,400 to a grocery store in Aspen.
Judge ordered him to pay.
Yeah, or else what? He's going to jail, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Debtor's prison.
So he owes $5,400 to this grocery store, Clark's Market, interest and court costs, and he has to pay.
Yep.
Who lets you have a tab anymore? Like,
Oh, so everybody has tabs now. It's the hip thing again.
where do you go?
I don't have any, but I've actually been talking to people that have tabs places again.
Who?
This guy I talked about has
I
a
want
coffee.
names and I want the birth certificate. Not birth. What did he say? The death certificate.
I was just talking to a guy who has a monthly tab at Starbucks.
Clark's Market, this is Kim. Can I help you?
Hey, it's Jamie and Danny. You're on the radio in Los Angeles. How are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, we are going to have a little lemonade stand to help raise money to pay off Don Johnson's bill. Would that be something we could help out, maybe?
You would have to speak to someone else on that. I don't know anything about it.
Who would know about, because we'd like to, Don Johnson is a good friend of this show. He's been on a bunch of times, and we like him, and we'd like to help pay off his tab. So who could we talk to about paying off Mr. Johnson's tab?
Well, let me put you through to Tony, our general manager.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
We took great angles. Lemonade stand, I thought genius, and then I thought really good friend.
Good.
We're all
Good.
over this.
Right, yeah. Jack, you have any angle? Because right there, you just sat there and did nothing.
But that's supposed to be his job. Everything he does above that is above and beyond the call of duty.
Oh, hell. I didn't see his job description.
Yeah, no, sit there and shut up. I've seen his job description.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
No.
Sorry, Jack.
But then he throws out one of those great ones where our job description, entertaining and informative, and we almost always underachieve.
Yeah.
Hello, Stone.
Hey, it's Jamie and Danny. You're on the radio in Los Angeles. How are you?
Good.
Good. How are things in Aspen?
Aspen's good.
Aspen's
and you're
beautiful.
calling about Don Johnson.
There's a shocker, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what we like to do is I was going to go with Lemonade Stand. Danny actually is a friend of Don Johnson.
Don Johnson is a relatively good friend of mine. I got
Wasn't
a
he
job.
on one of the episodes of The Partridge Family
He
with
was
you?
on one of the episodes. He came on as a guest on the other half, not on the Partridge Family.
All right.
Before his time.
All right. So anyway, we'd like to help him out.
You'd like to what?
We'd
Help
like,
him out.
yeah.
Maybe pay his tab.
Oh, well, sure. You know what we're going to do is put this bill on eBay and go to the highest bidder.
Well, doesn't the bidding have
And
to
then
start
the
at...
bidder, then the guy who buys this bill can harass Don. You like that idea?
Well,
think
I
you
like
sound-
you a lot. You're a good let's call some stranger and play with him.
I don't think you sound very happy
I
today,
love
my
him.
friend.
I love this guy.
Are you just sick of it? Are you just
This is the third phone call we've had today. I know there's more coming. So.
Oh, yes, there are.
Oh my God! At least we're the third wacky morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny is you can say hello to all your friends in Denver as well because we're on the radio.
Yeah,
in
we're on the
Denver.
air in Denver. You got any friends that you want to say hi to?
No.
Do you have any friends?
I'm gonna
very
guess.
few.
Or because you're a bastard that stalks my friend Don Johnson, does everybody hate you?
Hello. Oh,
Hello.
Hello?
who's this?
Phone went dead there.
Oh boy.
Oh, good. That's because that's where I was calling you a bastard. I'm glad
Now-
you didn't hear that part.
What
Called
did?
me a bastard. No, this guy in the radio.
Hey, you know who that is? Danny Partridge, my friend.
No.
Well, Danny Bonaducci,
Then you can do the AKA. If they don't
aka
res-
Danny Partridge.
You sound like you have a radio voice. You know that?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Go ahead. Say the thing about having the radio face. I dare you.
No, I'm not going to say anything.
No, just-
you have a radio voice. That's all.
Just imagine him in that little red velvet suit.
You can tell this guy has imagined me in the little suit. You can tell just to talk to him.
And who is it? Mr. Whipple? Mr. Kincaid?
Yes, Mr. Whipple played the manager on the Partridge Family.
Oh, God. You
Thanks
guys.
for keeping track of your partner's career,
I
Jamie.
forget. Mr. Whipple, Mr. Kincaid, what the hell ever. Hey, so what did he buy?
You know, he doesn't buy. It's his people come in. He's got people that shop.
Now, how come he can't afford to pay his bill, but he can afford to pay people to shop?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you have priorities in the way you pay your bills.
Or maybe his people were buying stuff, and maybe it's not Don's fault.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
We can't judge him, right?
Was it vodka?
But we did get a judgment against him. So.
Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I
That's
guess
why
you
the phone
can.
call is here today.
I guess you can judge him, as a matter of fact, because he's been judged, my friend.
Yes, he has. Let's judge.
So here's the deal. You're a hardworking man, I'm assuming. A little bitchy, but a hardworking man. And
Wow, you've been called a bitch and a bastard in like 5 minutes. How's your radio career?
so here you are. You work your Patushka off. You know, you go out there, you work for the man, and there's Don. He doesn't pay his bills. He's driving probably, a Ferrari or whatever. He's got this big old ranch. What, Jack?
He got caught at the border with $1 billion in stocks and bonds.
He knows how to work it.
$8 billion.
$8 billion.
So what's the problem? Why can't he pay for a melon?
I don't know. You're going to have to ask Don. and
Well,
his-
didn't
his
you ask
people.
him? Haven't you talked to him?
Oh, no.
No.
No, I don't deal with him at all.
Do you hate him?
No, I don't hate him.
Are you sure?
Why do you hate Don Johnson? Stop being a Don Johnson hater.
I don't hate
Maybe
Don
he'd pay his bill if he didn't feel all the hate.
What if he gave you his white Miami Vice jacket and called it even?
Oh, no. I wouldn't deal with that. That has no meaning to me.
Some of the Hawaiian shirts.
No.
You're telling me Don Johnson's original white suit from Miami Vice would not mean a thing to you?
Nothing.
You're un-American.
I know
What
I
is
am. I'm a
wrong with
bastard.
you?
A bitch, a bastard, and un-American.
I'm all that-
Are you angry?
all wrapped up in one little guy here.
Well, when's the last time that the wife made you happy, if you know what I mean?
Oh, no. We're not talking about that.
Well, I'm just saying because there's some anger problems
What
here,
about
sir.
if the wife wore the white suit from Miami Vice?
Guess what? I have to go to work.
I thought once we
You know
delved into the
what?
wife area, we
Here's
might
the phone
lose him.
call.
You know what's funny?
What?
Is we're so supposed to be working too.
Oh, I know. You guys you're having too much fun
This
here.
actually is our job.
Oh, gosh.
No. So what's on sale today at Clark's?
What's on sale today? I don't know.
What
I
are
have to
our
go look
specials?
around. You got a minute? I'll put the phone on hold and go look.
Well, can you take a cordless? We'll walk with you.
No, I don't have a cordless.
It'll be like wacky phone Olympics
Yeah.
like they did in the 80s.
Yeah, if you want to call our office and talk to the people that handle that billing, I'll give you that phone number.
No, we just wanted to know
No,
what was
you
on
were
sale,
great.
sir.
You've been called a bitch, a bastard, and un-American, and still played along. I love you.
I have a
I'm
question.
I'm an American and I'm a bastard.
And
I'm
you don't
telling
have sex.
I'm telling my staff this.
Hey,
And I'll vote for John Kerry, too, or somebody. I don't care who I vote for. What the hell?
sir, do you
I'll
have
put
those?
an X on
Wait,
both of those
wait.
guys, Bush and Kerry. I'll get them both elected.
We just heard about the individual snack mixes. What are the trail mixes? Are you
grab and go.
Grab and go trail mixes? Are you carrying those?
Boy, I don't know. I'll have to go look.
And what about those peanut butter and jelly? Remember those things that we like so much?
Oh, Uncrustables.
Uncrustables. Do you have the Uncrustables?
Listen, I have to go wait on Robert Wagner and Jill St. John right now.
No, you
You
don't.
swear to God,
I swear to God.
you rock,
I gotta
dude.
run. Bye.
He's got to run for them.
Well, it's not like they're busy, but still, that's kind of cool. If you run a little business, those are the people you put their pictures up on your wall.
I think he had a run in with an Uncrustable.
I think I love that guy. That guy played along. We called that guy a bunch of names, and he still laughed and played and had fun.
I think he was done. I think he's like going nuts. He just started going off on Carrie.
0.7.
Let's do something different today. Don't say anything smart ass.
I won't. That'll be something different today.
I was thinking that we should really focus on Dan the Hatchback Man and not forget about him because I feel like he must be sad and take our eyes away from the construction site.
Well, I'm with you halfway.
Which half?
Well, why don't we forget about the construction site
Yeah.
and forget about Dan the Hatchback Man?
What will we think about?
The show.
The show is us commenting on the day-to-day proceedings of the construction site.
But I felt that we haven't done that in a really long time, and the show did not suffer.
We haven't done it since Friday.
No, Dan the Hatchback Man, we ignored for a really long
No,
time.
but I mean, the construction site took his place with far bigger...
With Cheese Man, who is still getting mail, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, now we have, not only do we have a new thing to look at the window, but then we gave it a character to go commentate on
Right,
it.
but as for Dan the Hatchback Man, the last interesting thing he did was change spaces.
That's true. All right.
Yeah.
To hell with that gay
No,
guy.
we can still love him as a friend, but not comment on his parking habits.
Do something interesting. Become straight or something.
Hey, do you think this is true? I got something in the news here. The rescue call service helps you get out of a bad date.
It is true.
Yeah, I saw the commercial.
But it says here,
It's a monthly-
Singular's
it's a monthly
escape
service.
date.
Right.
That's my wireless phone company. I do their spots. They endorse this show. Are we positive it's true enough that we can talk about
Yeah,
it?
it is
That's
true.
awesome. They tell you what to say. It's not just like a phone that rings and you pretend. They call up and they say, okay, what's the situation? You let them know, and then they tell you, okay, now repeat after me. Oh, no, not again. And then the person on the other phone says, why does this always happen to you? And you say, why does this always happen to you? And then you tell your excuse and you leave. That's brilliant.
I didn't know they prompted your...
Yeah, no, it says right here. Here's an actual example of what you'll get. Hi, this is your escape a date call. If you're looking for an excuse, just repeat after me and you're on your way. Not again. Why does this always happen to you? All right, I'll be right there. And now you tell them that your roommate is locked out of the house and you have to go.
Yeah, it's for dates, it's for meetings, it's for anything. It's basically, they said you can even use it as a wake-up call service.
I am so using this
So that's
for
kinda
appointments and stuff.
But now no one's going to
I
believe
know.
anything. It's going to just ruin
I know,
anytime
I
the
know.
phone rings. No one's ever going to believe
And you're
it.
going to have, and
Especially-
you know what you're going to do is you're going to say, can I talk to that person? Let me see. You know, I mean, it's yeah.
And I'm stupid enough to just repeat exactly what they say, so I'm going to say my roommate's locked out and everybody will know I'm lying.
Well, yeah. But it's so funny because we sent my nephew, my God, I couldn't remember what you call him, to the beach.
Yeah.
And he has this, by the way, he has this really cool kite that you do with two hands. That
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, those are awesome. So we sent him to the beach, and my sister said, here's the cell phone in case anything happens. And Aunt Jamie's phone number is programmed in there. And he said, Mom, first of all, if they kidnap me, they're not going to say, by the way, go ahead, call your mom.
Right.
If I have to make a ransom call, you know, they might be happy that it's cheap, you know, then it's a free call for them. But they're not going to give me time. And he said, and certainly, Mom, they're not going to wait and let me go through the directory of your phone to find Aunt Jamie's phone number.
What didn't she just mean if you get lost or
No,
hungry?
she meant like if something happens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, you were great at GameWorks with the code word thing.
Well, somebody gave us that.
On the radio, I remember.
The radio.
I was going to test it, though.
Oh, and have
I was
somebody
going to go
there?
somebody say, Gretchen wants to talk to you right now, and see if they said remember the code word.
Because somebody called here on the show and told us that you give your kids a code word, but it should be consistent all the time.
Right.
So they remember it. And then when somebody runs up to your kid and goes, oh my God, you got to come with me right now. Your dad is hurt. You got to jump in the van and blah, blah, blah. And they're supposed to say, what's the code word?
Oh, so it has to be consistent?
Yeah.
Because I always use the password of the day for Star EIP. So anybody could just go up and go, drunk Mike, and my daughter would go with them. So I got to change it now.
Yeah, I'm not sure, really. I do know this, that my sister said that if you guys are kidnapped at GameWorks and they say, we're going to go to the mall, she said, go ahead.
98.7.
Oh, there it is. Oh, my God. I've lost my mind. By the way, when you have company in town and all that, you just go, I can make it. I can stay up.
Right.
I die. Anyway, it is, what's her name? Hold on. Melanie Griffith's birthday. We were just talking about Don Johnson and
Right.
his bill. She is 47 today.
She married that man twice.
She did?
Yep.
I thought she married Don Johnson twice.
She did. I thought that.
Oh, my God. Yes. I was thinking Antonio's Banderas. Yeah. See what I mean?
You were wrong.
Fried.
No, I mean about the staying up and you can make it thing.
I know. And plus boogie boarding, get my head slammed into
I
the
love
fan.
boogie boarding.
Everybody says that, but I just don't.
I love it.
Melanie Griffith, 47 today. All right, anyway, we have a couple of phone calls, and then I have a buttload of other stuff I must tell you before the show ends today. Michael, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, we are lovely, and you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good.
Hey, I just want to talk to you about code words. Sometimes they can be a little bit dangerous.
Why?
One time when our kids were younger, we gave them a code word. The code word was Garfield, and they were to, of course, do the same thing if anybody, they were to ask and then give the code word. One day, we sent one of our friends to pick up the kids from school. He drives up to the kids and he goes, hey, what's the code word? And, of course, all my kids yelled at one time, Garfield. He said, that's right, get in the car.
Oh.
So you have to be real careful with those.
Wow.
Wow.
That's really good.
There's too much for these kids to remember.
I know, and then Jack did a good one this morning.
What?
Well,
Pull my
because
finger?
Code word actually is word up. It's the code word. No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be heard. So I was going to say word up, and then I realized, hey, everybody knows that's the code word. That's not a good one, Jack.
Okay, how about code gesture?
No, because my kid would think that definitely came from Dad. How about run away as fast as you can screaming? And that's the code word.
I'm not sure. Wow, so somebody actually did that to your children?
Yeah, it's a friend we knew, but
yeah, it was planned.
Really
you planned it. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, and he's so happy on the phone.
Yeah,
No,
wow.
his kids, they planned it to see if they do it.
Well, no, we didn't plan it. He just did it to see, and he just, of course, that's a big family thing. Be careful of those code words. They're just not going to work if your kids don't know
that
them.
and turn your knives upside down in the dishwasher, and we'll save
That
the
one
lives.
actually saved a life.
Yep.
Remember that? You
know
told that
what?
lady to do that, and she fell?
When I was at GameWorks on Friday, you
Yeah.
were too, and a bunch of us were.
Super fun, by the way.
Yeah, thanks to GameWorks in Long Beach. By the way, hold on, Michael. We'll give you something pretty, okay?
Thanks.
Thank you. Well, no, thank you, because
Yeah.
you probably just saved somebody's life.
Right.
My God, because this is what this radio station does. I don't know if you know that or not,
Right,
but
because we don't entertain or inform.
we save lives.
We save
daily.
lives.
So I met this
We're Batman.
chickaroo at GameWorks, and she told me that I saved her life or something. And then she didn't get into detail because she got all kind of wacky.
Somebody called up a little while ago and talked to Tall Vicky and said there's someone on the phone that says they were really rude to you at GameWorks and wants to apologize.
To you?
Yeah. She said, should I put him on hold? And I said, oh, absolutely. I have no recollection of anybody being rude to me at GameWorks, but thought I'd make a fun phone call.
Did I call?
You were very nice at GameWorks.
Just kidding.
But then they didn't hold on. So now it's like in the back of my head, who was rude to me at GameWorks?
There's all kinds of things weird happening, Jack, at GameWorks in Long Beach. There was the lady that said, you saved my life, but then she got all weird and said, I said, well, what happened? Email me or something. She's like, oh. And then somebody was rude to Danny. What happened to you? You weren't there. Why?
Are you still pretending to have a child?
Yeah, no.
To get out of stuff?
Well, my wife
Yes.
was working, and it was all the way in Long Beach. I couldn't get there in time. And we had baby swim class, too.
Because even I have some shame. I didn't miss any work because my father passed away, but I didn't go to one single meeting because I had that.
Right.
But as of today, I can't even bring myself to play that card anymore. You still pretending you have a child is weird.
Oh, you'll play that card.
No, I'm done now. Saturday, I'm going to the memorial, but
I wish you liked him more.
so do I.
Jack, what about you? You wish Danny liked his dad more?
No, I'm okay with Danny liking him as much
I know, but does this make you see that while your dad is still living that you should make amends?
No.
No. Look at the time and trouble I've saved.
Oh, Jack, can I have this just handed to me? Please, thank you. This just handed to me. The names of 16 men convicted of soliciting prostitution, okay, have gone up, they say, on billboards in Omaha.
Wow.
Yeah, the billboards are part of an offensive by several neighborhood associations southwest of downtown Omaha to stop prostitution by actually outing the men who paid for it. 4 of the billboards have 3 names apiece. The 5th has 4 names, so passerbys would have to view all 5 billboards to see the entire list. That's so crazy. By the way, this handed to me. We have a picture of one of the billboards.
Very funny. Thank you. Didn't see that coming a mile away.
I made that one.
No. But by the way,
Wait, tell them what it says.
It says Danny Bonaducci.
Big old letters.
I, by the way, thought it was really funny, and I have to chuckle, and I'm not the comedy police. I think it's funny, okay? I think it was very clever. I'm glad you went out of your way to write out in big, long name, Danny Bonaducci. It made me chuckle. It made me chuckle, my friend.
I went to morning show boot camp on Friday, and I got some pointers.
As did I.
And you know what? You put a little spring in my step, a little chuckle in my buckle.
But that's not the only state that does that. They do that all over the place and add your name in the newspapers, all sorts of stuff.
I've never seen it for billboards.
Yeah. I'm sure we've talked about it here, but it's like a shame. What do they call it? The shame. Oh, damn it. Anyway, they put your name in the papers and put your name up on billboards and shame you out of going to see prostitutes.
So the lesson learned? Get in call. Call the hookers, have them come to you.
No, because it could still be a sting.
Right.
It could still be a sting operation.
Oh, they'd still put you on a billboard?
Because they caught you and you made them spend money on a sting operation, they probably give you your own billboard with big giant letters, like the one you made for me.
You know what they should do after that billboard? Like, so say Dan.
What they wanted.
Dan Reynolds, has a billboard up. Then the next billboard should say, "Hey, my wife wouldn't put out. Not my fault."
Oh, that would be funny to buy reply video billboards. Like the reason you did it?
Yeah.
My wife's ugly.
Wow.
I would have done that.
Dan Reynolds.
She gained 200 pounds. What was I supposed to do?
That's hysterical.
Just
that
a thought.
would be funny.
I have the tiniest one ever. Couldn't let a regular girl see it.
Right.
Steve. Although double humiliation.
Yeah. I'd go with more of a victim angle. Yeah. Anyway, so
I'm an amputee, something like that. A deformity, maybe.
Well, here's the problem with this billboard, the situation. So say they put Steve Smith up, right? Steve Smith, convicted prostitution guy.
Right.
Well, that town, I'm sure, has about 200 of them.
Right.
So now there's going to be 199 guys that are very pissed off because their name has been put on a billboard and they're not convicted of this.
And I would imagine one of those Steve Smiths who would be really mad because his name shouldn't have been on that list would be the giant executive at this company who never did anything wrong in his whole life.
Well, I mean, I guess I should have used a different name. But, imagine it was your name and you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Or maybe it's an odd name and you just happen to have the same odd name. Right. Oh,
That'd be even worse.
Livid.
Imagine if it did say Danny Bonaducci and it wasn't me. I could never in a bazillion years convince anyone. Ever. Yeah, one time somebody the Virgin Mary said, "Swear to God, never did it." And people believed her. That's the one time you're going to get that dispensation. If there's another Danny Bonaducci busted with hookers,
oh, forget about it.
I'll never convince anybody ever.
Actually, that guy should, if there is such a guy as Danny Bonaducci, he should just go out and cause evil. Because nobody will believe that it wasn't you.
There is a Danny Bonaducci that goes out and causes evil.
Yeah, but your evilness is kind of like
I know,
you're kind of letting us down,
I'm
Dan.
such a disappointment lately. Is it unbearable?
Well, yeah, because you've kind of been even keeled. You kind of been like the same personality every single day. You kind of been in a good mood. You haven't been all weird and moody. Yeah, you've been somewhat jovial and kind of pleasant to be around. You seem, good with the kids, the wife. Everything seems to be going okay, and that's really pissing us off.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I mean, the one thing we have going for us is the tragedy of your dad.
Right. And you only have it going for you.
Wow.
I've come to terms with it.
You should really be sad.
I am.
No, I mean, you should be sad because, it's kind of cool, how people, will tend to you.
I know. I just got flowers from a lovely listener named Claudia. I believe. Maybe Claudio.
So if you, acted really, really sad, lots more come. I know. I got some.
I know.
Although I had to tell you to send to me some.
Yes, but then I sent $1,000.
I know. That was very nice.
That was
Thank
guilt
you.
money.
Well, yeah.
But I shouldn't have been guilty. It was mistake money.
I mean, we had my mom on the show. Where's your dad been?
You wouldn't have really wanted my dad on the show.
I would like to hear his side of the story because to every situation, there are two sides.
No, it's not. He'd have told you the exact same side. He told my wife the same side.
And just like where my sister and I sitting last night at the beach and she remembers her husky jeans and the tragedy that was her husky jeans, I don't remember like that at all.
Well, remember at the end of the show on Friday, I told you about the wonderful qualities of my father that I did in fact admire. But after my book came out, like somebody asked him, Entertainment Tonight, whatever, said, did you really beat Danny? And do you know what his answer was?
What?
Apparently not hard enough. That's one of the things I admire about
I'd like
that guy.
to second that.
That's the thing I love about that guy.
Wow.
He was just balls out, my dad. I'll give him that.
Just wouldn't back down, huh?
Not at all.
My gosh.
It was funny because we were trying to sit around telling charming stories, and they all started or ended with a beating. Like, do you remember that time?
But you know
all
what?
you
At
said
least he was
this.
consistent.
Yeah. Remember that time? All you said was this, and Dad hit you over the head with that chair.
And we laughed.
They all started like that, and
Maybe
they
you
were
guys-
the charming stories.
But think about this. Maybe because you guys were really little, you're like 6 years old or something. Maybe they were prop chairs, and you just remember them as being like really like heavy chairs, like metal.
No, because chairs were age appropriate. You didn't whack a kid with a chair because you didn't
If it's
need
a
to.
prop chair.
No, Anthony didn't get hit with the chair till he was 6 feet tall and over 200 pounds.
Oh, I get you. So the weapon.
By the way, he's the one that's got to sneak over the border to say bye.
Well, why are the other kids sad and crying and?
Because he was, in fact, a great man. He was just violent. That's the only thing against him.
But I mean, so why are you the only one?
Because I moved out at a very early age because I was mad at him for certain things, and I never went back. I just have not really known him since I was 14 years old. They took the one thing that's bad about him, which was only the violence, and put it aside and got to know the things that were great about him.
Right, because
and
they
I did
hung
not.
out with him, right?
And I did not. Yes, they knew him very well. John took him to church every Sunday for the last decade. The people were having a big memorial service. I didn't know this because I'm paying for the food. 100 people are going. I didn't know the guy knew anyone. He knows all the people from my brother's church. So they were still involved. They were willing to put certain things aside to still be involved in his life. So just from the distance is why I'm not, more crushed.
See, Jack, you don't have to be like this. You still have time to make amends with your papa. Like your
Or you
sister.
can save time.
No, because like wait, I'm not done. Your sister made amends and she's accepted. And you know what? And hopefully your daughter, you won't piss off your daughter one day or something happens and she either I know you didn't know.
No, I was going to say something else on your behalf.
But you know what? She overreacts or whatever, and she runs away. Like, did you know California has the biggest use of the teen
Emancipation.
No, this is where they all run.
No, the teen hotline, help hotline, than any other state. And so, one day she's gonna think you talk differently to her. Or my dad this, blah, 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 and she's gonna run away. And you're gonna hope that later on in life she makes amends with you.
I will tell you this: it's something like Jamie is saying, because it's up to you. If you do something stupid enough where she has to make amends, that's your fault.
Well, no,
But one of the first questions I asked when my dad passed away was, "Did he ever meet my son?" I needed to know that right away.
Oh yeah,
Because that's something that will come to you in Lucy's life. Did she ever meet
Grandpa.
Granddaddy? Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Grandpa.
And I was very happy to that. The answer was yes. He met my son at church.
But it doesn't
Two
even
super
matter.
unlikely things.
By the way, if it's stupid or not, because you remember all the times you got mad at your parents or whatever. They didn't even do anything. They told you to stay in. Remember, they said, well, your curfew is 10 o'clock or whatever. And then you're like, I'm running away. Right. Some of these kids don't come back. No, I'm not kidding.
I know.
Right, but let's say with Danny's example, it was more than his dad just told him to, stay in after hours. And like with my dad, it was more than just he reprimanded me.
Your mom became a lesbian. Maybe there's another side to this story.
Well, that's not my fault.
No, but his wife became a lesbo.
So you don't take it out on your kids if that was in fact the case.
What did he do to you?
No, he didn't beat me.
He just ran away.
No, he just went away.
Yeah, well, make amends.
I don't want to make amends.
People make mistakes in their lives.
He should make amends to Jack.
Right.
Yeah.
I was the kid.
What
Yeah,
I believe
wasn't the
it, but
adult.
what I thought I heard it from you last year, whatever, is that he did kind of try to reach out to you guys. I mean, that's why your sister's talking to him now.
No, she doesn't talk to him now. She talks to him once every couple of years. I mean, it's not like anybody really has that much contact.
Oh, I
with
thought
him.
you said that they.
No. I mean, every
She
once
sends
in a while.
cards and the
Oh
whole.
no, my sister doesn't send cards to me, and we talk every day.
By the way, and I don't
Story
mean this
has
about
changed.
I don't mean about your father or my father or anything. I just mean in general. Having almost no emotional attachment to anything, huge time saver.
Well, I like that.